Hello everyone, you're welcome. Welcome to What If Deku Was Alaster. I don't know much about Bill Nye since I haven't seen the show. Not Bill Nye, Bill Cipher, since I haven't seen the show. But I actually recently watched Has Been Hotel, and I thought the character was pretty cool for Alaster, but I didn't think of this. One of my subscribers thought of this. Who was it? Hold up. There should be right here. Who gave me the idea? Let's see. Their name was. I'm looking for the comment. I believe this was. I know who I hit it, but I'm trying to find the comment though. So that would be. I think it was my last one. This one. Okay, let's see if. Is it here? One of you wanted me to do Gaster, so I was like, why not? Where was it though? I'm trying to find the flipping comment. Who wanted me to do Alaster? Where was it? It's somewhere here. I'm not sure who put the comment, but I'm pretty sure it was shout out to Shauna's Begum for giving me the idea. I'm pretty sure he commented in one of my videos to do Alaster. I think it was like a fusion of Alaster and a fusion of Bill Cipher from I can't remember the show. Yeah. I don't know much about Bill Cipher. All I know is that Bill Cipher has reality manipulation and some other stuff. But I mean, he doesn't really have a backstory, so I wouldn't really be able to put him into a What If Deku. So I'm just gonna do What If Deku was Alaster. Due to me knowing a lot more than I know about Alaster than Bill Cipher, so yeah. I also had a comment. What was it? It was. So. This is gonna be more of a part 0 on explaining Deku's backstory. And also, Deku won't be. Technically, he'll be. You know what? No, not really. I guess he'll arrive at the correct timeline. But we're first gonna, I guess. How old is this man? This man's like, what, 30, I think? Yeah, I believe Alaster's 30. Pretty sure Alaster's 30. I did too much research stuff up and failed now, so. Mr. E. I believe he's 30. Yeah, he's 30. He's in his 30s. Date of death was 1933. Betrayed by I believe, hunter. They were hunting something, and his hunter partner shot him in the back of the head. So yeah, he's in his 30s. Death at 1933. Yeah, he got shot in the head, and practically, what would happen next is, how you say. I don't even know if, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the Has Been Hotel characters have way darker flipping backstories if you go into them. And I'm just thinking, how the flip am I, like, not trying to get demonetized with by telling a story, like, okay. So practically, yeah. He was also, I believe, after he became a demon, it was weird. He practically became one of like the top demons easily. Just defeating low crime, I guess crime lords in hell, and after that, practically just wiping them out like nothing, as it said in the flippin' episode like what 4 I think, either has been Hotel Part 4 or Part 3. Yeah, just explaining his like just how he came down to hell, just wiped like every crime lord, like every minimal to like high crime lord, until he hit that he's one of those top generals or whatever they have in hell. Yeah. He has a very weird personality because he was a killer as a human, but he would never hurt children directly. And and at this time he was born where gender equality was kind of not very good, because I'll say back then I believe he was born where ladies weren't really respected as free people. So yeah, he's pretty dope. So in his time, I guess you can see him as a gentleman because he was kind of like in that moving girl to woman voting timeline. Fighting over woman votes. I guess he was born near that timeline. So women didn't really have like any respect back then, but Alaster back then was respectful, very respectful, and in his timeline he will be seen as a ladies' man and a gentleman. So even though he was still a killer, it was kind of weird. Like it's kind of funny. I was just like watching some research in a video about his backstory, and I was like, bruh. He's a very gentle person, not a good one, but I mean, he has a weird personality. The only reason he joined up with Charlie, I believe her name was in Husband Hotel, was for his boredom to stop, because he was pretty bored. He practically did it for entertainment. So yeah. He also does deserve, and they like the people who go to hell do deserve it, and there's no going to heaven after that, which Alaster believes in. So he has a good mindset, but I mean personality wise and person wise, he's not a good person somehow, I guess. But I guess it's weird. So all this other things about his kind of backstory, kind of pretty cool, but kind of terrifying, knowing that he has minor matter manipulation, and if you see what he did to one of the bosses, practically, with that air balloon, he practically just summoned his demon part, I guess, or just did something. Tentacles just came out the ground, just grabbing the balloon and just pulling it down, immediately exploding it. It was terrifying. He has terrifying abilities. Anyone with matter manipulation is terrifying as fuck, like my guy. And he's also a cannibal, I believe. He said he's a cannibal killer, died by headshot. Very respectful towards women. But how am I gonna add this to my academia though? So minor matter manipulation will have to be medium, because I do want to increase his power, because I mean not my academia buff, so yeah. I'll say instead of minor matter manipulation, he can do mid matter manipulation, meaning that he can 50% kind of mess with practically reality, practically. So yeah. I believe he was also on a talk show as well. That's how they call him the radio thing, because back when he was alive, he was also he was one of those people to on the radio announcing things and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, it's called. Can't remember the name though. Pretty terrifying person though when it come up. Like, the only like I don't see any not one person nor any group of people can take down Alaster realistically in canon, even if even without the My Hero Academia buff, because he has matter manipulation, reality manipulation, reality manipulation. Like that's terrifying. Like I don't think not even with like without the buff he can still take anyone on from the My Hero Academia universe and just clap them easily. And if you disagree, just watch the show. And also watch his origins. Just, I'm just shaking right now from how terrifying this man is. Like, bro, he can be nice, but yet he's not a good person. Like, how is that possible? Like, so yeah, Alastair himself is pretty flippin' terrifying. Meaning that, yeah, I'm gonna have to increase powers of some quirks just to have them a little chance. I guess. I mean, it's not gonna do anything towards Gaster, so I mean, yeah. Because I feel like the only reason Gaster or Izuku Gaster, I mean not Gaster, but Alaster, Izuku Alaster wouldn't do anything to go above ground. I guess was just for boredom. He got too bored of hell, and he was like, bet. Just stopped being lazy and just yeah. So depending on how this can go, I may have part of the story in in hell, and then part of the story in the overworld, where the My Hero Academia takes place. So yash. So we start off with Deku, born in like, dang, he died in his 30s, so I guess the women's rights movement. I think it was the women's right movement. So why not? I guess he was born somewhere in that time zone. I don't know the specific time it was. It's been a while since I did my history, so yeah. It was somewhere during the women's rights movement. Or at least before, either after, at, or before that. Don't really know. So yeah. Izuku Midoriya was as a child, he was a very good child. But he was very he likes to see people who are evil and whatnot fail. I don't know, he just gets joy from that. He also likes looking at squirrels and whatnot, like just like watches them, like just pretending with like some type of stick or something, shooting them down. Pew pew. Because I'm pretty sure at any time in our lives we at least played guns with like some type of sticks or something. Because I mean, if you have it in your childhood, then what were you doing? Like, at least until Nerf guns came out. So yeah. So yeah, he always pretend like pew pew, like he was a very honest child, because I'm pretty sure Alaster doesn't really lie that much, or lies at all. Yeah, I think now that I remember, he doesn't really lie at all. He doesn't lie, but he kind of like avoids he doesn't avoid the truth, but kind of twists it in a way to the point where the truth is still the truth, but he's not giving too much information about it. I mean, he's kind of like Zetsu in that type of way, but doesn't lie though. Meaning that he can practically get in anyone's head practically, the way he talks and how he can flip and do things. And I do believe, hold up. I believe he was part of something. I can't remember. I believe he's French, I believe. Pot French. I don't remember. But let me see. Oh, by the way, uh, this is before way before Quirks. By the way, this is way before Quirks. If you're wondering, like Quirks don't even like not even the essence of the Quirk gene appears at all. Like it's like 1918 something. So yeah, it's pretty. It's in the past. Like even beyond me. Like it's pretty in the past. So yeah, it's decently in the past. Hmm. Oh yeah. Okay, so. Oh yeah. By the way, the X on his forehead, on Alaster's forehead, is where he died. If you didn't well, no, I believe it was a post on the line where it showed a fan art of him, and it showed like not fan art, but I guess the creator made art of him. His death. I guess he was shot through the head. So I guess every X is where the person died and went to hell, and that X shows. I guess. So yeah. Hey, also he's yeah. Don't worry. Deku, how would this go towards the My Hero Academia? I mean, it'll be more on the borders of more hell than I guess in the beginning it'd be more of hell, and then we'll build up to when he escapes hell, and eventually, couple centuries later, it's My Hero Academia practically. Ah, Overlord, that's what it's called from Huntsman Hunter. He's an Overlord. Yeah, a very powerful demon. Hmm. And also, people kind of called Alaster, too much backstory. Anyways, he kind of he just so he got like the radio demon, that title from kind of a talk show from the radio. So yeah, so yeah, he was kind of like he that was kind of his job with besides the other things he had on the side. So anyways, he has two lackeys, I believe. He has the little woman, and then he has the dog-like demon, I believe. And he used to look like a dog from what I've seen. So he has those two on his side, but besides that, it doesn't really show how he meets them. It just shows his basic origins, like nothing over how they met and whatnot. So I guess they kind of just join up. I guess like after Deku dies, he. I'm gonna have to twist some things about the story. So, as Izuku Midoriya was a young boy, instead of, I guess you'd be, you want to be born in Japan, because I feel like Alaster's, where was he from? I believe he was from somewhere. I just can't remember where. Uh, okay. I believe it said he cooks good. Yeah, I do believe it said that Alistair's a very good cooker as well. 1929. Alaster dislikes a lot of things. Being touched, dogs, frowning, tea, anything sweet. Jokes. That's kind of funny. I mean, post 30s technology. So I guess you wouldn't like future technology, I guess. Yeah. And Angel Dust's remarks that, he tells him, I guess. Ken doesn't like anyone. Yo, my bad, like a savage. So, due to me not now knowing this, I don't think there's gonna be a ship for this one. Yeah, dang, bro. He gonna be a savage, powerful, and nobody gonna be able to tell him not to do. Yeah, he's in his 30s, I believe. Yeah, he's in 30s. He has powers, radio broadcast, shadow manipulation, spatial warping. Spatial warping. Bro, this dude's like an Asgardian with like flipping multiple hacks, my guy. Kicking, singing. This man has like a load of abilities. Yeah, I don't think anyone from the American TV could even touch normal Alaster. Like, bro, he will just dang. He's a radio host. That was what it's called. He was a radio host. He wasn't just a radio host, but he was also a serial killer, and yeah, before he died, serial killer formerly. His mother's unknown though, so I guess he'd be adopted. I guess no. I guess after he escapes hell, I guess he would take a form of. He would take some type of younger form of himself, but more of the lines of kind of rebirth, I guess. Not rebirth, but he's gonna look different after he died. It's kind of like a new body, I guess. So yeah, kind of like a second life. Sure, Ben shows. He has a lot of he has like 2 rivals. That's all. Okay. And that's about all the information. Yeah. He's pretty flippin' powerful for a dude. Yeah. He don't like anyone. It literally says it. That's so. So as we go back to the story. Well, hello everyone. I am Alaster. How are you all? Back where my story began, I was a young lad in the 30s. A little bit before the 30s, of course. My name was Ezekiel Midori before I died. And what happened after is that I always used to love certain things. And I do understand on what I deserved hell for. I very do understand. It's just that, you see, there are many things I did wrong in my life. So, yes, many things. And of course, I deserve hell for that. So, what would happen after everything? I would be born. That'd be a mystery. All you have to know is that information about me, I guess, since this is, what it is, let's continue on with my yammering. So, after I was very, how do you say, I was a normal child until my death. There's not really much to say, honestly. I died, was condemned to hell, and yeah, that's all. Well, that will be all for my backstory. Now we go to present time as I am with Charlie in the Husband Hotel helping her out. As over years, they have gotten some customers, I guess, or some people who actually want to try and go to heaven. And I guess after a couple of years, they have at least 100 people in Has-Been Hotel by now, and only 10% of them have, or I guess 20%. I guess. Wait, hold on. 25% of them actually have made it to heaven. Charlie's happy, they're happy, and Alaster sees what he's done is right. As you know, instead of, eventually, as the years pass on, Alaster would, instead of being sent to heaven, he'd kind of be reborn, because, he got to make up for the things he did. He did a lot of bad things. So, he could technically get revived, so now he's on Earth. And kind of got, not reborn, but, instead of going to heaven, he kind of was placed on Earth, I guess, at this point. Like years after, 19. It's like what? It's like present time, so that'd be like in the future. That'd be 2000. And it's pretty far in the future, so yeah. Everything happened. Things happened. Minor details. Kind of procrastinated how half the story was gonna be. It has been Hotel. It is what it is. As you know, Deku, there's a crack on, what in My Hero Academia street should be? You know what? I'll say it's, in the forest. A giant crack has appeared. On the forest training arc grounds. Where the Wild Wally Pussycats are. Where am I? Wait, no. I can either do that or I can do Jiro. Because I feel like Jiro music, technically Alaster's thing. So, he technically would spawn there, I guess. And, kind of befriend Jiro. And then, he'll learn more things about, the world and, how long it's been and whatnot. He wouldn't care, but, he would just be curious on what quirks are. Because, he was wondering, like, might have a decent fight. I know, he'd be pretty bored, but, yeah. And I guess Vaggie would kind of be surprised that instead of, of what happening to Alaster, because Alaster would be reborn, not reborn, but kind of, sent to Earth instead of, heaven. She could be surprised, but not at the same time. A person like him should kind of stay down here, so yeah. But at the same time, if he can change technically, anyone in the world anyone in hell can change, so yeah. Anyways, we go to Alaster's rival. Yes. And I guess why not? I'll say he's due to him just, escaping hell, or, kind of having a freeway pass to, Earth. I guess you would stay his demon form, I guess, his demonic form. So, he wouldn't gain his human form back, because I guess once, your human form is gone, it's gone. Why not? Because, come on, I don't want to change how he looks. I don't want to give him a human form. He looks dope. He looks awesome, bro. Like, anyways, yeah. I feel like he would either be sent in a city, or somewhere. Yeah. And I'll say, he was spawned randomly, and just plot convenience, he was spawned in Japan, so yeah. So yeah. For him to, go to heaven, he has to do, good deeds. So yeah. And I mean, he can't really be sent back to hell unless he dies again. And I'm pretty sure very well no one in the My Hero Academia universe is going to be able to kill him at all. So if any of he does decide, stay evil, I guess, he would kind of just stay on Earth. Because, I mean, no one's able to kill him again. So, I mean, yeah. So, why am I? Let's say he spawned in the forest. Why not? Near the Waterworld Pussycats. Yeah, where am I? Why is it so furry here? I must be in some type of forest. Time has changed, I see. I know this isn't home, but... at least I'm here. My morals were challenged by me being sent here, so... I must prove them wrong, that I can change. And maybe brag on it on Vaggy. Because he knows he'll eventually come back, but that's going to be years later, so I mean, yeah. As I guess, the only difference would be the name. Original name. Yeah. As you know, let's say he spawns, like, right in the middle of the camps. And the ground is shaking, earthquakes are happening due to, his overworld. So, I mean, the amount of power he's using to, escape hell is pretty a lot. It's a lot, so yeah. So... This is Earth now. This is the Everworld. Now let's go and see what I can find to amuse me. As though he's stopped by, I guess the Wild Pussycats thinking he's some type of villain due to, his appearance. And, he would be like, stop them. I mean, they kind of stop him, because, they'll think he's a villain trying to escape somebody or something. No one will fall in the breach, because let's say as soon as, he opens the breach to, Earth, or, the overworld, it closes immediately. Womp womp. So I guess the only way I can die is no more. Anyways, let's continue. He walks off. They try to stop him. He is trying to change somehow. I mean, we both know that's not gonna happen, but he's gonna be... He's gonna be a polite person, but I don't see him being a hero, nor a villain, nor vigilante. He kind of be just a citizen, I guess. As long as he's, as long as he's amused, he wouldn't, interfere in anything, so yeah. I'll say he'd be freed before the all for one and one for all fight, the first all for one for all fight. Sorry for changing things, but yeah. So, I'll say, right, as he was, he'll be at the Nanashimura, one for all fight. Nanashimura was a guy about to get blown up, as there's an earthquake. All for one just thought this was his, his giant flipping Hakai bomb thing that he threw at Nanashimura. But nah. It was, Alaster's flipping appearance or arrival to Earth. So, instead of Nanashimura in this timeline, dying, she'd technically be saved, but I guess, depending on the way you see saving, because I'd say Alaster himself would be like, I'll save you on one condition. As being not knowing what he means, or Nanashimura just wanting to live at that last moment, as the bomb is or giant flipping Hakai thing just goes near her about to kill her. As you know, they shake hands and, you know, with the power of the radio demon inside of me. Or technically the radio demon. He, you know, does, you know, a giant, you know, crack in the earth forms and, you know, like in the show, tentacles will come out from the ground, kind of bringing the giant ball down to hell and kind of exploding down there. Or it will still explode, but I mean, I guess Alaster will see this as the only threat, I guess. Like the only real threat, but I mean, if he really wanted to, he can easily kill off one, but I mean, yeah, no. So he kind of like just saved Nanashimura, but at the same time, Nanashimura is now going to hell due to making, you know, a deal with, you know, Alaster, so yeah. I guess she would now be, you know, the little, not little, but I guess, she would become a demon now, I guess. Because, I mean, he kind of prevented death and kind of like a soul contract. So, yeah. The soul for, you know, your survival kind of turned Nanashimura into a demon. And, yeah, that'd be his, you know, first lackey. At least on Earth. As you know, the two other lackeys are, you know, just there, I guess. Kind of just relaxing in hell. This world. I see. Things are not what it seems. Yeah. Let's see what I can do with this. He breathes in fresh air. Fresh air. Been a while. Not sure why I'm here, but... After fighting the other demon lords. After fighting everyone else, I guess I kind of died or something. Because let's say by the time, you know, he did kind of fight the other, you know, overlords at the time, and, you know, due to the clashing of power and whatnot, it would have kind of set him, you know, to Earth, I guess. So there's technically no one to, I guess, control parts of, you know, the pentagram of hell, so yeah. Anyway, now we are Japan. So Nanashimura will be turned into a demon. Alaster will just roam the earth. And I guess he would practically become chaos at this point. Like, he would just spread around, creating chaos to, you know, amuse himself. Not chaos, but kind of just watch. And, you know, if anything gets too bored, he'd just create chaos by, you know, just domino affecting things. So, yeah. And for reasons that... So, yes. He kind of just chill on Earth for a while. You know, time by time, him and, I guess, Nanashimura will kind of just chill out. So, you know, like the new generation. Just seeing, I guess, until, you know, just seeing, you know, I believe, yeah, All Might. Just watching All Might become, you know, the #1 hero. So, yeah. Becoming the #1 hero. So, Nana, do you believe I can meet this young man, if you please? I mean, it's not like it can stop you, Alaster. Perfect. Let's see what he's capable of. As no demon, Nanashimura kind of has an uneasy feeling. Don't worry, I just want to test him. You know, kind of going on to that, is he truly pure-hearted? Kind of way. Because, I mean, technically he'll be like, he's kind of bored, so I mean, yeah. He gets bored easily, but yeah. Now let's see what I can do to amuse myself. As you know, one day, All Might's just, I guess, second, I guess this will technically be before the All For One and One For All fight. So, All Might's just chilling in like some type of apartment or something. Because yeah, it's before the All For One and One For All fight, so yeah. Either in an apartment or, just in a house or a mansion, because I don't know what I would mention. But for a plot convenience, let's say it's just, apartment. It's a very big apartment, let's just say that. So, as you know, there's a knock on the door. Well, hello there. Toshinori Yagi. How are you? As you know, All Might will be like, who this? As you know, there'll be a very familiar voice coming from the back of Alaster. Can you let us in, please? As you know, people wouldn't notice that he's a demon, but they will just get an uneasy vibe from Alaster. So, is this your student, Nana? They look very incapable of themselves. Look at what they have. Technology nowadays. As you know, he'll spectate, he'll just look and analyze everything about, All Might. He'll just look for, like, anything to complain upon. Or not complain upon, but, criticize, I guess. Because, he's not good nor evil. So, technically, he's evil, but, yeah. So, what are these quirks you call? As though he finally brings up the question, what about All For One and One For All? Are they quirks? These so-called quirks you keep on mentioning, Nana. Yes? Don't you know what quirks are? No, I was born way beyond quirks. These abilities were never even mentioned in my time. Sorry if I don't know them. How old are you, Alaster? I'm pretty old compared to you, so yeah. As you know, All Might's just like, hold up. Who are you and why y'all just going to my apartment? So, he's, trying to argue, Nana Shimura kind of, she'll look completely different because, demonified, I guess. Kind of just wave him off. As you know, he'll get angry, One For All would activate. Are you villains? I will put you in jail. As you know, he, charges at Alaster, but, Alaster's like, bruh, one finger. Don't worry, Toshinori Yagi. There is no point on me fighting you. I just wanted to see what your old teacher would say about you. As you know, he would point at, the demonified Neshimura. How? I thought you died. And, they would kind of have the, conversation a bit. Kind of keep the secret between only, All Might, can't tell it to Brenter, because, unless Alaster wants to, Alaster wants to keep it on the hush-hush, because, people or, angels will try to, come for him. He don't want that. He don't want any beef with anyone right now. So he's not trying to, have anyone from hell or heaven trying to get at him. So, yeah. No, hush. No. You will not keep, this will be secrets only between me, you, and Nana. That is all Might. I'll be leaving. Who are you? I'm Alaster. Nice to meet you. And now, goodbye. As you know, when he closes the door to, All Might's apartment, All Might try to, open the door once more, but, notice that they disappeared as, he looks through the window as, he's, Alaster and, Nana, Damified and Nana are kind of, outdoors now, just walking away from the apartment. Reality manipulation, minor reality manipulation, so yeah. So, now we just have to see what things are upon us. Let's see what this rivalry between Alpha and All Might can give me. Maybe even a laugh. As you know, he kind of just meets people, I guess. He doesn't meet people, he kind of, Nana Shimura kind of teaches him, like, the basics of, present time. Kind of teaches him, like, everything about, quirks and whatnot. Technically all for one. I mean, on one for all. Stealing quirks and, a stockpile quirk, practically. They're kind of like quirks, like, they're kind of like two sides of the same quarter or coin. Yeah. I see. So abilities that human evolution has given humans now time. I see. That will be interesting. Are any really powerful, you'd say? Besides all for one and one for all. Nah. I don't think so, Alaster. That's where you're wrong. If there's bound to be quirks like yours, Nana. Or, I guess, all for one and one for all, there's guaranteed to be quirks either to counteract that quirk, or quirks just as powerful, just in a different version, or a different site as your quirks. As you know, if you couldn't notice, I am not a quirk, nor do I contain a quirk. These are abilities I gained from going to hell. Of course, though, I do have to have somewhat of disguise to change some things. Of course, some things will stay the same about me. But besides that, there truly is no change besides some things, you would say. What he means by some things, he means some, things that can, obviously point out that he's a demon. Kind of like, avoiding... I'll say for plot convenience, you can't see his reflection. Or if you do see his reflection, you kind of see, his, true form, I guess. Or, just his powers, I guess. So, yeah. He kind of avoids, any interaction between, any interaction between windows or any type of things that can give off a reflection. And also can, kind of stay away from a lot of things. He'll stay away from a lot of things to avoid, detection from, people, mass panic, a demon and whatnot, so yeah. He does avoid talking to people at all costs, because, yeah. Nana eventually talking about the Hero Society would mention, UA. Alaster would be very interested in UA. Seeing what type of quirks can form and whatnot. So, I see. As you know, I'll say... yeah. Anyways, I'll say that Alaster, how many people know him? I guess only 3 people technically know him, or technically 2 people. It would just only be Nana and All Might would know him, because he doesn't talk to people, and he kind of hides his existence. Because reasonings. So yeah. And practically what would happen is that kind of over the generations of quirks, Deku would, or I guess Alaster in this sense, would just look at quirks like he wouldn't want to fight anyone, but kind of see if they're a threat or not. Kind of like Godzilla, he don't want no threats. He kind of just wants to see what's up, like if anything goes out of hand and whatnot. So yeah, he does meet Alaster does meet some demons here and there that have escaped hell, like I guess Hell of a Boss, the characters from Hell of a Boss, I guess. But I mean, they as soon as they kind of see Alaster, they kind of oh no, kind of run away or go back to their base. And they kind of have that Alaster would follow them. I he would understand the jobs and whatnot. So I'd I see. So yeah. Alaster would just kind of leave them alone for now. So yeah, know that they're there, but kind of just leave them alone since they're not really good threats. But he would ask them to get human disguises, because there has been sightings of these four, I guess. So he kind of forces them to get human disguises, because history, books, pictures, cameras. All that now exists. So yeah. They would kind of, he would kind of force the rule upon them to, get human disguises. So yeah. And after that, kind of, just watch Nezu, UA, just in general, anything he can find interesting. And he'll eventually meet, Kei Chisaki, but not directly. He kind of, eventually, by accident, find out about, the Yakuza. Kind of in half of the meetups, or, kind of, he knows, kind of, by accidentally, just, seeing Yakuza doing work, somewhere. He just roams around at random directions, just looking for information, and, who's a threat and who's not. He would immediately see Shisaki Kei as a threat, but his stupidity, though, for certain things, will give him his downfall. So, yeah. As you know, yes, Alaster, I mean, it's not an immediate threat, but I mean, kind of like a low threat, because, I mean, Kei can, just deconstruct, some parts of Alaster's abilities, but I mean, he can't really stop the reality manipulation, so I mean, that's why I said low threat, so yeah. Still kind of, messed up when it still kind of fucked when it comes to things like that. So, anyways, let's continue on the story. Let's see what I can find. Yeah, so he eventually meets up with, I guess, for plot convenience, Nezu. Because let's say he's, I guess he does want to try some new foods. So, yeah. So he kind of... I guess he would say he wanted a bite of cheesecake, He would like the human food, I guess. I feel like Alaster would like human food, kind of like Beerus, I guess. But not as much, so yeah. So yeah. And I guess once in a blue moon, he would, find people with, decent quirks. Well, he would kind of send Nana to, talk to All Might, get, information, like, things about All For One, because it's like, All For One, like, he doesn't see him as a major threat, but he kind of sees him as, like, if he gets too much powerful with abilities, he might eventually get, become a threat if he gets, too much abilities. But that will mean that'll take years. But he still sees All for One as like a minor threat, kind of. He doesn't really interfere in any of the Inoue things. He kind of just watches from the sidelines. He's kind of just there, I guess. Like he's kind of just always there at this point. Like just watching and being entertained by everyone. And he will be entertained by this boy, Bakugo Katsuki. A very villainous-like persona, but wants to do the good thing. It'd be weird. If you don't know, Katsuki does, he does bully people, which is kind of villainous, so yeah. But eventually he will see that, I guess Bakugo, due to not having Deku or anyone, he kind of, be unhinged, so, kind of be a little bit ruthless at times. A bit ruthless at times, and, a lot more arrogant, and, less calm. So, yeah. So, anyways, what would happen next? Let's see, what can happen next? I don't know. There's not really much you can do with Alice besides just he'll be in the background. If anything gets to too much deaths or anything, what happened? He'll kind of prevent that by using his reality manipulation and kind of his other abilities. So yeah, I guess people wouldn't notice him, but they'll just call him a red streak. I guess because he is very fast. I guess he is a demon, so he tries to avoid things as much as possible. People just see this white line. Like, he's so fast that he kind of sees him as, just a piece of paper, just like a red, just line. Or like just a red thunderbolt, I guess. Well, not like just that, but just like a red blur. Like, not even how much you kind of fix the quality, you can never truly see, the full extent. It kind of just only appear with it'll just show, just red. Just a red blob. Like no other color, just red. So yeah. And after a while, Alaster would okay, if I keep on doing this, I'm gonna get a bit bored. So he kind of just sticks with Katsuki Bakugo for now. As Katsuki Bakugo grows up, just having this uneasy presence, but eventually gets used to it. So yeah. I guess the sludge villain accident wouldn't happen because there was at least a good 5-minute difference between the sludge villain capturing Deku. So I'm pretty sure All Might would be able to catch the sludge villain. The sludge villain is pretty fast, but not as fast as All Might. So yeah, the sludge villain will kind of be captured. I guess I'll say it does happen, but I guess the sludge villain escapes, but doesn't go for another person. Kind of Katsuki, just chilling, kicking, the water bottle. Just kicking water bottles, and I'll say he kicked when the sludge villain, was just walking or just chilling. He when Bakugo kicked the water bottle, it kind of hit the sludge villain in the eye, and kind of saw that people were there. He can't have any people to see him because he's trying to hide. He's on the Loundo, but he got kicked in the eye by a water bottle. He gets Bakugo, and the entire Bakugo and sludge villain accident happens with Bakugo. As Alaster would know everything about All Might's quirk and All for One. I guess not All for One, but all the things they know. So just know it's a basic quirk that can stockpile. He know that Alaster would know that there's something else besides just enhancements, but All Might and Nashimura wouldn't notice or know about that. So yeah. He would be the only one to see the true, the true potential of something or of a quirk due to how much information he has upon them now. Well. Hello everyone, and welcome to the battle! Becky Akatsuki versus the Sludge Villain, haha. As you know, heroes try to, get Bakugo. As you know, Nezu would notice this. Like, he would notice these red streaks, as notice that they were never able to find Nanashimura's body, meaning that she's either alive, or two, something the blast kind of just obliterated her body. So yeah. As you know, Katsuki, Alaster's just watching from the rooftop, just looking, as no one really notices him, because, he's kind of pretty far up on the rooftops, just watching from, like, a good distance, so nobody can actually see him. So, Alaster notices this, and he's like, he would also notice, just how bad the Hero Society is, the corruption it is, and how far the corruption goes. After many years of just studying heroes in the Hero Society, he would notice that there's a lot of, corruption in it, but he wouldn't really be surprised, because, yeah. When government and stuff gets involved with flipping Hero Society, it technically does go downhill with politics and whatnot, so Alaster wouldn't know. And he would kind of not want to reform it, but kind of get an idea from Charlie, kind of make like his own version of, how would you say, the Has-Been Hotel, but for, kind of like a mini school. As over the years, he would, collect some people. So, more people know about him, but more of the line think he's only, human, and, thinking that's just a mutation. That's the deal with his quirks. So, he would meet, the basic, Vanguard Action Squad, because, I'm pretty sure Nana Shimura was born before the Todoroki accident. So, yes. Deku, Alaster would know everything about, the Todoroki family, know everything about, he'll be pretty, pretty informational, so, he knows a lot of things. He'll be analyze things very carefully, notice, every difference and whatnot, and everything. He would also notice the weakness that, All Might is trying to hide from him, but, it's Alaster, he's gonna know eventually, or just, know, like, as soon as, something's off about you, and you're trying to hide something, you will know just through your body motion, and when you're probably, yeah. The only person who would know actually that he's a demon would, I guess, be Nana Shimura. All Might knows of him, but he only knows that he's pretty strong. That he's able to resurrect people. He doesn't know anything besides that. He does see and think, it's just a mutation quirk, but no. Nana Shimura knows everything since, she's kind of, demonified. So, yeah. As the Vanguard Action Squad will kind of, have their own thing going on. As Alaster will be teaching them things. Kind of like a teacher, but, kind of, I guess he'd go against the Hero Society, but not to the point as, the Villain Squad did, or League of Villains did. He kind of do it more of the lines of, the heroes need to learn what happens when, you create your own villains type of way, so kind of like a karma thing, where if you don't watch what happens to, children and whatnot. And also, due to this also being, I guess Shigaraki would still be in the League of Villains, but he would be taught by, he would see Alaster as more of a teacher than All For One was. Also, Shigaraki wouldn't be as childish, because, Alaster, and I'm pretty sure he would either beat the crap out of him, kill him, or just, do Alaster things, making sure, his students aren't flipping, what they are, and, be more mature. As they would try to, ask how they can communicate, Alaster on what type of information. Alaster would just say, I know where you are at all times, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you have the things I gave you, you should be good. Even so, if you don't have them, you all technically made deals with me, so yes. I would know where all of you are. Meaning that they aren't demons like Nana Shimura is, but he kind of put like a demonic tracker on them, as if you will. So he would know where, his students are at what times and what they're doing each time. Pretty overpowered. I mean, Has-Been Hotel has pretty flippin' overpowered characters, so yeah. Even if I was to debuff him, taking out the reality manipulation, minor reality manipulation, he would still be pretty flippin' strong. Even without it. So yeah. So, anyways, let's see what you all have learned today. As you know, he would kind of, like, every month or so, he would do not a quirk exam, but kind of like a total exam where, personality, strength, kind of everything. Like, anything to know about a person, he kind of, do an exam upon that. So, yeah. Anyways. He wouldn't be disappointed, but, he wouldn't be surprised nor, impressed, because, they're humans, so, yeah. He would notice, they have darkness in their heart, not like the person he is, but, he'll try to manipulate them to the point where, making a deal, which practically deifies them, but, Nana Shimura will kind of prevent that. So, yeah, not prevent it, but, knowing Alaster for a while, she would kind of, prevent it without Alaster noticing too much. So, yeah, Alaster will kind of notice a bit, but not too much. Finding, like, loopholes to hide from, Alaster's true intentions, so, yeah. Alaster's true intentions is practically EA make, like, a little army, just in case, demonic army to make sure, Hero Society doesn't corrupt and, more people flipping go to hell practically, but, yeah. In some sort of twisted way, I don't know. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next video. Yeah. Oh, next section of the video. As you know, he does visit hell once in a while. The Has-Been Hotels, a decent amount of people, are, proved upon to go to heaven and whatnot. I'll say all the time, all the years that, happened, I'll say a good 200 people now have, made it to heaven. It's a very slow process to make people go to heaven, and now, Has-Been Hotel has, like, at least a good 1,000 people now. So, yeah. Like, each year, there's only, like, 25% of people that make it to heaven, so, yeah. Pretty decent, but, yeah. Charlie's dream kind of comes true if you think about it, so, yeah. So, yeah. Alaster's kind of just fucking with the humans at this point. Like, he's kind of bored. He wants the things up here, so, he gets some information, while not with Nana Shimura, because Nana Shimura's kind of just, like, with him at all times, so, he wants to do something on his own, and, eventually escaping Nana Shimura's sight, he would, tell, the Vanguard Action Squads, the training force arc will technically be caused by Alaster due to, information As you know, also Alaster would know the traitor of UA. You know, the traitor that wasn't really specified, I think. I mean, we know it was Hawks, but you know, there's technically a second one either as a student or as a teacher, and they never really specified who the second UA trader was. Since Hawks wasn't really from UA, so I mean, yeah. He was kind of a hero trader, I guess, somewhat. Anyways, he would think that he either has to be her. He would have some ideas on who it might be, but you know, he was very persistent, so eventually he would figure it out. And I'm not gonna say who the UA trader is because I mean that kind of take out everything from the fun. So yeah, let's go to the video. Anyways, at the USJ, Alaster wouldn't be there. I mean, he would be there, but he kind of be like, you know, in the background. He would kind of erase his presence with the, you know, reality manipulation, kind of erase his presence so people wouldn't notice him. He would appear, you know, in the, you know, group of villains and, you know, appear, you know, with the students, but, you know, no one would really notice him until, you know, they actually saw him. But even so, his presence can be erased where people, even if people do see him, kind of, he's there, but he's kind of like, you can only see me you can only see me if I want you to see me type of way. So yeah. So that's practically him. And that is where I'm going to have to end this video off. Remember, if you don't subscribe, leave a comment down the video and leave a like. And remember, you all have a good day. Alaster here. Alaster signing out.